All right, so you're doing a 1031 exchange. You've sold your relinquished property. You've parked your proceeds with the intermediary. If you're like a lot of real estate investors, you are real estate rich and cash poor, which means you don't have a lot of extra cash laying around to advance for an earnest money deposit. Well, how can we make an earnest money deposit on the replacement property if all of your cash is tied up in the 1031 intermediary's account? Very easy. Enter into a purchase agreement for the replacement property, give it to the intermediary and say, hey, intermediary, please assign yourself into this contract so that you can advance a portion of the exchange funds to the seller or the seller's title company as the earnest money deposit. Once you have a contract for the replacement property, it's very easy to assign that contract to the intermediary so that they step into the shoes as the buyer of that property and can advance the exchange funds. Now, what you can't advance money for are loan-related expenses. So if you have a loan origination expense, don't plan on funding that out of the exchange account because that won't work. Sometimes taxpayers will not want to wait for the slow, sluggish intermediary to wire transfer the earnest money deposit. And instead, they want to write a check and attach that earnest money check to their offer so that their offer looks strongest and most appealing to the seller. Then they're going to say, hey, I need that cash back. When can I get my money back? I've tied up my cash in that deposit. The answer to the question is, at the closing of the replacement property, you can instruct the settlement agent to not apply your earnest money deposit towards the purchase price, but instead to refund your deposit to you at the time of closing. And we'll come in with all of the 1031 funds to fund the acquisition of the replacement property. And you'll get your money back at closing.